Garry Kasparov, thanks very much for making some time. Your foundation, I know, is dedicated to using chess as a means to encourage sort of greater logic, critical thinking in children. What are the effects of teaching chess at an early age, getting kids in school playing chess that you've seen?
I have 5 foundations around the world in New York, Brussels, Johannesburg, Singapore, and Mexico City, concentrating on promoting this agenda. And we accumulated enough information. And by the way, outside our foundations, there are many programs in different countries, different continents, that all demonstrate that chess in a classroom at early age, elementary schools, prior to age 9, dramatically improves a kid's ability to meet the challenges of modern education, especially if we're talking about the kids who are coming from these underprivileged areas, who are denied normal education at home. There's so many things you have to introduce to the kids, and chess is a perfect educational tool. Kids could understand such basic things as up, down, right, left, spacious concept, diagonal, center, vertical, and those are like the bricks for the future building of education.
So is it a little bit, you're familiar, I'm sure, with sort of the Montessori education,
Yes.
things that, which is about construction and building and
Exactly,
things like that?
but it's a gaming element, because there's also social impact for kids, who are questioning whether education has any value, because they come from the background where education was never seen as something so important. So how to bring them in, how to get them excited, and chess serves it. In many schools in the rural areas in South Africa, where we started our programs, and the results came from University of Pretoria studies, also University of Johannesburg, just joined lately. Even the absentee rate, it dramatically goes down, because kids have something interesting to do there, and if they succeed, even at a very primitive level, that gives them enormous confidence to move forward with educational process.
And in some of the places you're introducing this, I would guess there is zero tradition of chess playing.
Unfortunately, there are zero traditions of doing many other things, but
Sure.
you have to start.
Right.
And chess is an important tool because it's inexpensive. I mean, you don't have to build a stadium, a tennis court, a swimming pool. So you can start almost from the scratch. It's very simple, very cheap. You don't even need even electricity. It's something that requires not even a tradition, because traditions is being built, but a group of enthusiasts. Chess has pretty good reputation, because many other things, you may question whether it has positive effect, downsides. Chess has no downsides, and it's being understood whether it's in Africa or elsewhere in the world. And when people ask me, okay, can we expect the big champions out of Africa, and why there's no visible progress or success in the game of chess in sub-Saharan Africa? My answer is, it's access. If you don't give people access to education, access to chess, access to other important things, then it's not going to happen. It's not wishful thinking. It's investing your time, your resources, and also I think it's a determination to actually make things happen.
But the goal of this isn't to create competitive chess players.
No, I know it might be a side effect.
Right.
If we find a genius in the process, by the way, we will, because it's all about big numbers.
Of course, yeah.
It's fine. But the Kasparov Chess Foundation's main purpose is chess as educational tool that will help kids in Africa or elsewhere in the world, especially kids from very unfortunate background. So to start the education process.
And I know you were planning on going to a school here in Gabon. Have you had a chance to do that yet?
It's actually tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm visiting the school, and the patronage of the First Lady, and we are about to start, our cooperation, because Kasparov Chess Foundation has been spreading our programs from South Africa to the English-speaking countries. We're already on the ground in Rwanda and Malawi, and we're about to start in Kenya, Swaziland, Lesotho, Namibia, and Ethiopia. But we yet to start in the French-speaking Africa, and
Okay.
I think that Gabon will be our first, it's our fresh start.
Okay. And when you start these programs, how do you teach the teachers?
It's instrumental element of that. So the model that we're using in Africa, based on the experience that have been accumulated in South Africa, includes this teaching process. So basically, we are sending experts. They go with this course. There are it's about a week of training, and again, at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. So it's then if we have to provide logistical support, we can always provide it. But at the end of the day, again, the teachers, on the ground, they can handle it.
So it's very good training for rocket scientists.
Look, eventually, it's a training for rocket scientists, and because education today is probably the greatest challenge. Because no matter what you do, with investments, with new businesses, you create jobs, but in many African countries, the 50% of the population or more is under 15.
Sure.
And unless you find a way to get them excited about education, we'll fail.
Well, it's wonderful to hear about this program. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thanks for inviting me, and I think it's great that this concept now is being discussed as such a magnificent event.
Thank you.
Thank you.